When Harry Met Sally. More When Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally is all about mansplaining, and it's really obvious. 163 of 277, the top tearjerker movies that make men cry. The Outsiders. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. More Close Encounters of the Third Kind. 624 of 1189, every Oscar-winning film ever. 325 of 1540, the most rewatchable movies. 13 of 553, the best 70s movies. The Birds. More The Birds. 38 of 722, the best horror movies of all time. 27 of 369, the best movies based on books. 203 of 541, the greatest guilty pleasure movies. Mary Poppins. More Mary Poppins behind the scenes. The making of Mary Poppins was not as magical as you'd think. Every song in Mary Poppins ranked by singability. The Lost Boys. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Pinocchio. Gremlins. Stripes. More Stripes. 14 of 314, the funniest 80s movies. 42 of 925, the all-time greatest comedy films. 154 of 374, the 50-plus best war movies ever made. Rank. Citizen Kane. Reservoir Dogs. More Reservoir Dogs. 90 of 480, the greatest movies. For Guys. 158 of 553, the greatest epic movies ever made. 13 of 123, the best mafia films of all time. Dirty Harry. Pretty Woman. More Pretty Woman. 22 of 50, the 50 highest grossing 90s movies. Ranked 23 of 125, the greatest date movies of all time. Taxi Driver. More Taxi Driver. 12 behind-the-scenes stories from Taxi Driver that are as wild as the film itself. 47 of 234, the best psychological thrillers of all time. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Field of Dreams. The Crow. Grease. Grease. Labyrinth. More Labyrinth. Every hidden character spotted in the twists and turns of the movie Labyrinth. 146 of 206 musical movies with the best songs. 207 of 836, greatest chick flicks ever made. Big. Clockwork Orange. To Kill a Mockingbird. The Big Lebowski. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Caddyshack. Rain Man. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Apocalypse Now. More Apocalypse Now 15 stories from the wild life of David Hackworth, who inspired two Apocalypse Now characters behind-the-scenes stories about Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now. National Lampoon's Animal House. More National Lampoon's Animal House behind-the-scenes stories from Animal House that are way more insane than the movie 180 of 1540, the most rewatchable movies. Dirty Dancing. More Dirty Dancing 1978 of 3110, the greatest albums of all time, 50 of 206 musical movies with the best songs. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. More National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the funniest lines from Christmas Vacation, 13 interesting details from Christmas Vacation that make us think it's time for a rewatch. The Exorcist. More The Exorcist, the story of Roland Doe inspired The Exorcist, but it's way more terrifying than the movie did. A malevolent spirit actually curse The Exorcist from the get-go. It's a Wonderful Life. More It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is not the heartwarming movie you remember. 123 of 480, the greatest movies for guys. 23 of 553, the greatest epic movies ever made. Scarface. Groundhog Day. Or Groundhog Day. 265 of 836, the greatest chick flicks ever made. 17 of 252, the funniest 90s movies. Gone with the Wind. Shining. More The Shining. The making of The Shining was a bigger nightmare than the film's story. Fan theories about The Shining. We can't stop thinking about 2 of 722, the best horror movies of all time. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. More The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 9 of 28 Civil War movies. List 60 of 374, the 50-plus best war movies ever made. Ranked 7. More 7 behind-the-scenes stories from the making of Seven and small haunting details people found in Seven and 2 of 234, the best psychological thrillers of all time. Casablanca. Fight Club. More Fight Club fan theories that just might be true. 20 surprising facts you didn't know about Fight Club. Beetlejuice. More Beetlejuice. Small details from Beetlejuice that prove he's the ghost with the most. 529 of 1189, every Oscar-winning film ever. 22 of 314, the funniest 80s movies. A Christmas Story. Or A Christmas Story behind-the-scenes stories from the making of A Christmas Story. Every inaccuracy in A Christmas Story's version of the 40s. Rocky. Blazing Saddles. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Or the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Small details and trivia about the Rocky Horror Picture Show that made us shiver with anticipation. Every song in the Rocky Horror Picture Show ranked by singability. Toy Story. More Toy Story fan theories that are actually believable. 32 fun facts about the Toy Story movies. Or the Matrix. 14 Matrix fan theories that will have you saying, well, 33 things you didn't know about the Matrix trilogy. 14 of 50, the 50 highest grossing 90s movies ranked. Good Morning, Vietnam. Star Wars Episode VI Return of the Jedi. Or Star Wars Episode VI Return of the Jedi. 17 subtle details you missed in Star Wars Episode VI Return of the Jedi. 24 of 1540, the most rewatchable movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. More Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Interesting details from Ferris Bueller's Day Off that made us stop and look around. 8 of 314, the funniest 80s movies. 9 of 925, the all-time greatest comedy films. The Breakfast Club. Or The Breakfast Club. Don't you forget about these small but poignant details from The Breakfast Club. 21 of 200, the best teen romance movies. Jaws. Or Jaws. Behind the scenes of every death in Jaws. Surprising facts, small details, and trivia most people don't know about Jaws. 12 of 722, the best horror movies of all time. Alien. More Alien. 50 surprising facts you didn't know about Alien. Small but terrifying details from Alien that remind us why it's so legendary. The Wizard of Oz. More The Wizard of Oz. The secret political symbolism you never knew was hidden within The Wizard of Oz. Behind the scenes of Munchkinland in The Wizard of Oz. 19 of 206 musical movies with the best songs. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Stand By Me. More Stand By Me. Behind-the-scenes stories from Stand By Me that prove the film shaped the child actors. 26 of 277, the top tearjerker movies that make men cry. 15 of 369, the best movies based on books. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The Extraterrestrial. Or E. The Extraterrestrial. Behind-the-scenes stories from E. The Extraterrestrial. Dark story behind the cancelled sequel to E. The Extraterrestrial. The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back. Goodfellas. Goodfellas. The Goonies. Pulp Fiction. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Die Hard. Die Hard. The Silence of the Lambs. The Silence of the Lambs. The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride. Back to the Future. Back to the Future. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. The Godfather. More The Godfather, how The Godfather became an American classic, even though it was nightmarish. Behind the scenes 20 fun facts about the Godfather trilogy. 18 of 46 movies that won Best Picture at the Oscars and Golden Globes. Star Wars. More Star Wars, the most hated Star Wars villains, how to survive the trash compactor scene in Star Wars. The Shawshank Redemption. More The Shawshank Redemption, behind the scenes of The Shawshank Redemption, and the making of an unlikely classic for teens. Small but fascinating details fans noticed in The Shawshank Redemption.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.